Hi Aries, thank you for joining me. I've got your first tarot reading with me for January 2021. Okay, let's look at the energies around you. In the pre-shuffle you got the broom, which is about sweeping clean and starting afresh. So I'll see what comes through in the cards at this time. Yeah, so we're leaving the energy of the Chinese Year of the Rat, which was a much more unsettled feeling we can all really appreciate for the last year that we've all come through. But now we're welcoming in the new year of the Chinese metal year of the ox. The atmosphere is going to be a lot calmer, thankfully. Yeah, when we're looking at the Chinese year of the ox, it's associated with the Venus energy. So, you know, very earthy, in touch with the ground, and solid physical kind of presence, and it's connected to autumn and the harvest season. We're also it's referring to, with it being a metal year, it can refer to the lungs. So we're invited to, or advised to, protect against respiratory infections this year. So it's interesting because obviously we're all wearing masks, aren't we? Or many of us are having to. So it's inviting you and suggesting it's really beneficial, even more so than ever, to get outside in the fresh air and breathe in that lovely, you know, outside oxygen wherever you are. Just, it's so good for your health. Okay, so in this year, efforts at work will be rewarded even more than usual. Yeah, the ox is a really hard-working, plodding energy. If you picture the ox in a water field or something, you know, ploughing the field, they're really sturdy, and their longevity, you know, they can keep going. They're very they've got such determination and perseverance. So think of it as being that kind of energy. You'll be at home if you can keep your head down and work hard. Okay, it's considered to be yin energy this year, so we will feel the weight of responsibilities that we have in our lives. Lucky colours, besides white, are also yellow and green, which attract prosperity and success. It's also recommended that we wear accessories such that are metal or silver. Okay, that can increase our luck this year. So the ox has got a dependable and peaceful energy around it, which is a calming influence, like I said, and we can experience more harmony with our family connections, and we can make more plans. Okay, financially also we can build and get better organized about what we're doing, because I think it's going to be less unpredictable. So it's a good year to focus on relationships and plans, long-term plans. There is good luck to be had as well with money this year, so you look out for that. You know, with hard work you might see some very nice juicy rewards. And if things take longer than you expect, don't worry about it. You know, just go with that energy of putting in everything that's required. Talking about how long things take, look, I'm still shuffling. It feels like this year. Yeah, we'll keep going, and then you can have the you know, the positive lasting effects of whatever it is that you want to bring into this year. So find a strategy that works for you to succeed in the game, and we're able to manage our investments more effective and plan on collective projects as well. Okay, so it's a friendly conservative energy this year. If it was a star sign, it would be Capricorn energy this year. So that's a feeling that we're going in with. Right, okay, let's see what we've got here. The Chariot card. Okay, this is like going ahead, full steam ahead with this one. So let's have a look at the meaning for this. Yeah, the Chariot of Fire. Okay, it's time. The time for contemplation is over. Take the reins of your life in your own hands and take action immediately. Your boldness will be rewarded by good fortune. Like I said, there's good fortune to be had this year, so there's a feeling of that already in the reading. Yeah. Keywords are action, will, forcefulness. I'm filled with courage and confidence. So where in your life are you moving too slowly? So there's a strong feeling about that then, you know, talking about things moving slowly this year. But some of you might be finding there's momentum is needed for things to pick up for you. Okay, interesting for you, Aries. I feel like Aries and the ox get on quite well. You know, you're kind of honest energies, you're very upfront, and there's no sort of flowery confusion or distraction. So I think Aries, you might be quite comfortable in the year of the ox. It feels like you're quite a homely environment for you. They probably speak your language, you know. It's not too distracting or not too many neon lights, for example. It's more of an earthy atmosphere this year. Ooh. Okay, so talking of earthy atmosphere, we've got that one there, but we'll keep going. I'll lay these cards down for you. What have we got? Ooh. So my intention is to raise your vibrations and look for helpful messages through the cards, okay? And hopefully look at potential ways, paths forward that are useful for you. So let's see, as we go into January for you, 2021. The first energy you've got is the Knight of Rods. So this is a very outgoing, confident energy. It's showing that you're feeling ambitious as well. So there's something that you're bringing fresh energy to in some way. It's like a fire energy. That's very much your energy, actually. This is, you know, one of the Aries cards, the Knight of Rods. So you're wanting to be out there socializing and meeting up with others. That's what that's saying to me here, which is a really nice, confident energy. Yeah, I mean, it obviously feels a bit frustrating at the moment because we've got the lockdowns and stuff. But yeah, I mean, next to it, you've got this Seven of Swords. So there might be some strategy or planning that you've got under, you know, on the way, or under the table perhaps, but this is sort of saying you've got some plan happening, and it's very sort of straight in front of you, really. That's what it's sort of saying. You've got a path ahead that you're thinking about taking. It's quite although on the one hand you've got this energy which is quite straightforward and open and sunny disposition. On the other hand, there's something that you're working on. Yeah, there's some plans or learning that you're taking from a situation, and yeah, it's to do with your outgoingness and your socializing energy. Okay, something has got you absolutely on your knees or on the floor, as we see here with the Ten of Swords. So there's something that's maybe a connection, or it's some ideas anyway that you've held for a very long time that have actually got you nowhere, and it feels like you've been stabbed in the back with this card. Obviously you can see by the graphic image in this card it's quite a gruesome image, but not all of the decks are like that, because when there's a 10 it does mean there's a beginning as well. So it's the end as far as you can go with one area in your life that you've been invested in for a long time. Could be a heavy commitment with in a connection with another person, as in a relationship or in a work situation, but it's showing you that you know there's nowhere else for it to go, and it's tired, it's finished, and it's painful now, and it's time for you to let it go. Yeah, when you get that there, it could be to do with a connection with another person, because the Lovers card is showing it's very intimate. What you've known has been a very intimate connection with another person. It's been very physical, and you've been very in tune with one another, whether it's just been on a physical plane, but it does feel like there's been quite a lot of intellectual exchanges as well. So maybe many years over, many ideas have been exchanged as well, and beliefs that have been embedded in a connection or in a situation. But it's coming to an end, actually, and for many of you with this reading here. So yeah, I mean, you're being admired and celebrated here. Some of you might find that you're looking for a promotion, or to be held up in your community in some way. So there's some way that you're going to be advancing, okay, with this Six of Wands, and it's very much your energy again. You feel proud of your achievements, and you're confidently going forwards, and you I mean, they always say with this that nobody makes it to, you know, to be admired like this all by themselves, but there is obviously you're involved with you've got good relations in your community and in your environment, but I still feel like you can pat yourself on the back with this card. There's yeah, you're being admired. It could be in your work situation. You are being looked up to, and people are seeing you very much. And these things pass. You know, they're not staying for years and years, but for this period of time where you're being admired and looked up to, enjoy it, Aries, because you've earned it. Then as you go forward, you're feeling a little bit dreamy about plans and ideas. It can be sort of a fluffy energy with the Seven of Cups here. Yeah, you've got kind of lots of well, you're wondering about different opportunities, wondering about different paths that you could take forward. But I think with you having this King of Swords coming in next, it's saying to you, maybe don't be too dreamy about your route forward, especially in ox years. This is saying with the King of Swords, you do need a plan to be in place, and you need to thoroughly research your where you stand on a situation, what are your rights, what's within, you know, what are the legal obligations and possibilities that you're entitled to, I guess this is saying. So yeah, don't get too carried away with fluffy ideas this year, or well, it's saying in this reading anyway, at this time. It doesn't have to be for the whole year, but in the atmosphere of the ox, I guess it's saying to you, be quite focused and put a plan in place about where you're going. Make a choice on something, even if it's confusing. Do stick with your choice. And I think it's always useful. My mum always says, look at a situation and think, okay, if there were no problems, if the world was ideal, which choice would you take? Okay, and go with that choice and then have a plan in place. Okay. Right. Oh, yeah. It could be to do with a legally binding connection or relationship or position that you currently hold with the Hierophant card. This is to do with traditions. So yeah, there might be something there that you want to extricate yourself from. Yeah, I mean it's a higher learning as well. So I mean, with that Sword of Truth with the King of Swords, you might be needing to to do some higher learning. It can unlock all sorts of possibilities and potential paths forward with the Hierophant. So it's got a nice earthy energy as well, which is very similar to the Ox energy, sort of Taurus energy here. Yeah, I mean, you've got this this card next, the Five of Swords, which is a bit like that Seven of Swords for me. That it could be to do with that someone has been a bit unfair. There's been words that have spoken that have been hurtful, and you're maybe within some kind of partnership. You've been at the receiving end of cutting words or underhand tactics, really. Yeah. But then we've got the High Priestess here, which is saying things will unfold as they're supposed to do, and this year is about patience. Even though we see you're raring to go with that Chariot card that we got to start with there, you're also it's saying things are unfolding as they should with the High Priestess. Things are the veil will be lifted in due course. Yeah, so there's still things that need to be sorted out. I mean, it feels to me like you're looking at your options, but it's very good to be clear about your strategy and your plan ahead. Find out what you're entitled to. Find out, if you need a pay rise. Find out if it's to do with a property, what are your legal obligations where you are, something like that. Or if you're looking to buy, have you checked all the small print in a legal document? Perhaps if it's to do with a marriage, yeah, look carefully and think, okay, do I need to be, are my expectations too low? Can I raise my expectations and look for something higher? And that can be in your work situation as well. So reach higher. Maybe you're you need to raise your expectations, and yeah, with the High Priestess there, it's saying you can trust your intuition about what you're able to achieve or attract to you. Yeah, this is a very intuitive energy with the High Priestess. She's very it's passing wisdom on, and you've got this energy around you, Aries, so it's nice to see that. Yeah. Okay, what else have we got? Let's take some clarifying energy for you with the what should we go for? Should we take something from another deck? Let's go the Animal Oracle for you from this deck here for Aries. I hope you're enjoying the reading, Aries, and if you are, if you could give me a click on the thumbs up, it's really encouraging for me. Also, if you click on subscribe, you'll catch my next upload, which I'll be doing as soon as possible. I can fit around my work schedule, but I love doing the reading, so it's great to have your involvement really by clicking on. Oh, what have we got? The Moth Spirit, surrender now. Okay, so with the Moth Spirit, that's saying that you need to, I mean, my feeling with this one is that, like a moth to the flame. I mean, there's a lot of flame here, if you look at this one as well, there's like a fire energy. So what is it that you're drawn to? What is it that makes you feel alive? And I mean, Aries, you've got that fiery energy anyway, but there's something that you want to surrender to. I don't know if it's one of your dreams or ambitions, but this feels to me like you already know what it is that's drawing you. What's it's like a magnet pulling you. So if you can picture that, whatever it is now, whether it's a person, it's a job, it's it's some kind of hobby, even for some of you. Others, it might be a new property that you want to invest in. Go with it. There's momentum needed. Obviously, again, it's still the ox year, so cautiously move forward. Take the action to go forward, but at the same time, you know, being looking at all the details and being responsible with what we need to carry our own responsibilities. But there is some area in your life that it's drawing you towards it, and it can allow you to leave behind something that's really worn out. It's a belief system, whether that's you believing in another person, believing in another job, you know, all of the different scenarios, you'll know what it is. You have done for many years, many of you. So it's time for you to let that go, because you're being admired, which is offering you solutions and opportunities and new paths forward. And with the plan in place, you can unlock potential doors that will alleviate you away from this negative vibration where somebody was mean. I mean, there's the swords in the back there. You feel like you've been stabbed in the back. So trust your intuition and follow whatever it is that's drawing you. You know, what feels magnetically attractive, what makes you feel excited. Okay, Aries. So now we're going to just finish off with tuning into the universal energies and releasing any tension in your body. So if you feel like you've got tension in your shoulders, maybe a knot in your lower back, anything in your chest, you know, any tightness, I want you to release that now, okay, through the Reiki energy that I'm giving you through this reading. Okay, so take a deep breath in up through your nose now, and let go of anything that you don't need. Okay, so using the wishing bowl, we're going to open up all of our chakras. It's just a few seconds for you now, Aries. It's a little tuning in and allowing you to feel completely connected to the universal energy and supported by the loving vibrations all around. Okay, Aries, this is for you. Okay, Aries, I hope you could feel the benefit of that, tuning your body into those higher vibrations and releasing any tension that you don't need. I know, Aries, often you've got so much physical energy and it really does you good to get out and about and release, you know, excess energy. Another great tip, actually, which I've started doing, is having a cold shower each day. Even if you don't have the whole shower cold, you can have, you know, normal shower temperature or bath, whatever it is you have, and then at the end of the shower or bath, just have a cold rinse, and it really helps to reduce stress. It boosts endorphins in your body and allows, it's actually, I've heard somebody say that it gives you a natural booster for your immunity as well, which is really important in these times that we're all in now. So give it a go, Aries, okay, to relieve stress. So Aries, that's the end of the reading. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Barbara at Tarot Insight, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. Bye for now.